This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. A day full of college football has been great, but there's something special about a Saturday night game. It's the Syracuse Orange and the NC State Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
NC State's head coach told me before the game he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense in a split backfield. Running inside, it's Scott. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Let's talk for a second about NC State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The run inside. It's Johnson. Breaks into the open.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give is to Miller. Might have a chance. The 10. Touchdown, Orange. step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Scott. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Bailey. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye week sometimes can take away your rhythm, and that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. Quarterback got it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration.
And he's in. Touchdown, Syracuse. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. The give on the option. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Give to the running back. Makes it past the marker. There's a crease. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They're working that left side.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll run it. It's Scott. NC State will pick up the first down.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Rushes on him, and down he goes.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Here's a heat. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Fires to the middle. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And I just think he put too much zip on the ball. I mean, he threw that thing hard, but led him a little bit too much, and the receiver really didn't have a chance to make a play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. quarterback keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Going to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, NC State!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll run this play from the pistol. Trying to move them on the counter. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Powers through. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Cuse. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Makes the catch. It's Snow. And after the big gain, the ball's loose. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a big play. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Off the play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Johnson. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away. It's big-time play.
Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Got his man on the right. There he goes. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Miller with the ball. Shows him the stiff arm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Syracuse mere inches away from a 3rd down conversion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. The run inside. It's Scott. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and
maybe a crease. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Quick toss. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll run play action. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the number 9 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Tigers, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. They've now won 8 consecutive games. It's one of the longest win streaks in the history of that program. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Creates a little room. Still on his feet at the 40. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Pocket breaking down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Off play action. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
To the air, it's Nelson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. defense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Running inside, it's Miller. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points, because this dude is ought to be hot.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. But does a great job securing the catch, getting the 1st down.
The run inside. It's Scott. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Using his legs, it's Scott. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. NC State looking to convert the 4th down here. Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Sometimes it just seems the electricity is turned up for Saturday night college football on EA Sports. It's the Syracuse Orange and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Caught over the middle, it's Johnson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Let's think a little bit about Syracuse. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. And he's knocked down.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got a man. It's Weaver. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
To throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Bringing the heat. And it's a sack.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Weaver. Snowed under by the defense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Goes to the option. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Running inside. It's Scott. Could be an alley.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Got it behind the line. It's Dozier. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Sends it back in motion. On the ground, it's Goss. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Jackson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
The run inside. It's Scott. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll keep it on the ground. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Extending the play. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Turning it on. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Now on the option. Rides the option, he keeps it.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Floating away. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's Clement. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Off play action. Under fire. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this 1st. That's a big time.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Orange.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air, it's Bailey. Going for it all. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
You know, free safeties have to be great center fielders, right? They got to play in so much space, and in man coverage, they know there's going to be routes breaking over the middle of the field. So you got to be able to put your foot in the ground and then accelerate. And that's exactly what he did on that interception. Awesome play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your run.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield very late in the half. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Finds his man. It's Johnson. At the 20, he's got space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Syracuse! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he's coming out of the end zone. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at Missouri taking on the number 9 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's Missouri with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Touchdown, Cuse. A pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency.
Snags it, and there's running room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Snow. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Now the play fake. Moving out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Snow. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Now the toss. Touchdown! Wolfpack! Great job by the back on the option.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees this defender commit. Boom. Picks the ball. Not only picks the ball, on target, so now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
On to attempt the try. And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get trying to burn this defensive back. Snatches it on the right. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it. And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Back to pass, it's Bailey. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on the play.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Those tackles and those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush ability. Gets to the quarterback. How about the sack from the big nose tackle?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. He wants to take the top off. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the tight end. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash at 45 yards out. Absolutely perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Syracuse.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give is to Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. They go to the ground. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The corners are walked up tight. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Orange! Quick strike through the air for the score. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of... Makes a grab and room to run. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Fires to the right. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Miller with the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Makes a connection. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Under fire. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Touchdown, Cuse. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Coming out with it, it's Fields. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make him make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover in the backfield.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is...
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running inside, it's Scott.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They get